It's a major shakeup today in the sports world. The PGA Tour and Saudi-backed LIV Golf announcing they will merge into one golf league. This comes after months of a heated battle over the sport, where LIV poached some of the PGA's biggest golfers by offering massive prizes. NBC sports reporter Jimmy Roberts joins us now. Jimmy, break all of this down for us, because these two leagues, they were involved in a lot of lawsuits. A part of this merger means they're going to end the lawsuits they were both involved in. But what does it mean big picture for golf? Who is actually in charge here?
Okay, so Ellison, first of all, it's important to remember that the key word here is peace. And the thing also to remember is that the leagues have not, at least my understanding, have not merged. So, and there are actually three entities involved. There's the DP European Tour, there's the PGA Tour, and there's LIV Golf. And what they've done is together created a separate, let's call it a silo, that's going to conduct some type of business. And that business will be conducted under the jurisdiction of Jay Monahan, who is the commissioner of the PGA Tour, under Yasir Al-Rumayyan, who is in charge of LIV. And there will be a separate board of directors to kind of supervise this silo. But I really think it's important at this point that, you know, there's so much more that we don't know than we do know. At this point, we know they've kind of laid down their weapons. And you mentioned it before, the lawsuits, the litigation in the press release that was issued earlier today, all litigation would cease. And that's a great first step. So I think that this is kind of a macro step, but a first step to try and figure out how they can heal the game of golf.
Okay, so for someone like my father, who is well versed in the golf world, loves to watch the PGA,
him on.
He should have done the questioning here. What would you say for someone who is deep in the weeds in this? They're saying, okay, we've been following this back and forth. What does this mean in the immediate term for fans of golf in the United States especially? And have we heard anything from some of the notable players who had switched over from the PGA to this other group?
Well, there was a tweet, I believe, I hadn't seen it, somebody told me about it, from Phil Mickelson earlier today, saying what a great day. I think it's important to remember, my understanding is that LIV still has another season to exist before this kind of new arrangement, whatever it will be, will kind of take effect. So again, I think there's so much more that we don't know yet. I think there's a players meeting today at 4 o'clock, and I would imagine that's going to get pretty heated. And there's going to be a lot of players who stepped out over the last 15 months or so to support the PGA Tour and, did it quite vehemently. And I think, I've already talked to a person or two, and they feel that they've kind of been betrayed. But I think that they'll figure it out. This is day one, and I think it's really important to not let anybody get ahead of ourselves. And anybody who tells you that they know what this is going to be isn't telling you the truth, because nobody knows. I think the important thing to remember is this is a first step. This is peace for the time being, and they will figure it out. The memo that Jay Monahan, who is the commissioner of the PGA Tour, sent to the players, I've seen it. And it said that there will be some type of process in place at some point to consider how players who surrendered their membership or who were suspended can apply for membership again.
All right, some important context there. NBC reporter Jimmy Roberts, thank you so much for explaining all of that. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.